afternoon. This is the abridged version of the news at 1 on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Rabiat Shaib. The Federal High Court Abuja Division has granted bail to the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami SAN, his son Abdulaziz Malami, and his wife in the sum of 200 million naira each, and two sureties each in like sum, with landed property either Maitama or Asokoro in Abuja. Justice Joyce Abdulmalik gave the order in an alleged financial crime suit at the instance of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. In this matter, Malami, his son, and wife are standing trial in a 16-count charge bordering on alleged money laundering and illicit possession of assets valued at more than 80 billion naira. During their rearrangement, the three defendants pleaded not guilty to the charge. After hearing the bail application, Justice Joyce Abdulmalik granted the bail and adjourned the case to March 16, 2026 for commencement of trial. And now, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has pledged to issue certificates of occupancy for ancestral lands to indigenous communities within the territory. This, he says, aims to resolve uncertainty of land ownership over decades. The minister disclosed this during a thank-you visit to the Abuja Municipal Area Council. Onoze Yakubu also brings us details from a similar visit to the Kuje Area Council.
Because the Kuje people have done it for us.
Speaking to a gathering in Apo Town Hall, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike emphasizing his administration commitment to grassroots development, aligning with President Bola Tinubu's agenda. He says the idea of issuing CFO to the indigenous communities' land is sequel to an appeal by the traditional leaders to the minister to protect indigenous settlements, assuring that his administration will safeguard indigenous lands, facilitate the issuance of CFOs, and maintain direct engagement with communities to ensure equitable development across AMAC and the entire FCT.
The youth went up here and talked something very important. I know how life is. We are from a place where the city too. I will make sure I do everything possible. Not going to get your food too.
AMAC Chairman Christopher Zakame Kalangu and other speakers commended the minister for changing the narrative on infrastructure development in the entire FCT, which they say has impacted on the lives of the people. In a related development, the thank-you visit was taken to Kuje, where the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike underscored the significance of gratitude and community support. He expresses appreciation for the support of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The minister specifically thanked traditional rulers and the residents of Kuje for their continued support.
The contractor handling the airport road to Kuje, which is the Arab contractor, must go back to site. The company has assured us that this road will be part of the road Mr. President will inaugurate in study anniversary. You can see by the time that road is finished, how it will change the landscape of Kuje.
The minister's visit also aims to reinforce the FCT administration's commitment to grassroots development and direct engagement with community leaders across all the area councils. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And now the Muslim community in Abuja from the 6 area councils are the latest beneficiaries of Nigeria's First Lady donation of food items distributed at the Abuja National Mosque. During the distribution, beneficiaries in their numbers commended the First Lady for her constant gesture of kindness and philanthropy to the less privileged community. Hawa Gimba takes it from here.
Powdered milk and a lot of items from Her Excellency the First Lady.
For the time being, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, through the office of the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has been reaching out to the Muslim communities and the FCT and environs with food items to meet up with one of the basic necessities of life. This time, it was distribution and donation of 1,000 bags of 50 kg rice as well as breverages for the area councils and religious groups who have come to take possession of them from the Abuja National Mosque Distribution Committee.
From what is happening, we see what is coming from the heart, and whatever comes to the First Lady, she remembers the mosque. She remembers the poor around the mosque, and she sends their share. That is what we should do. Opportunities should not be confined to one place. They should spread so that everybody would have a sense of what is happening. A leader is a leader to all, regardless of the faith they profess, the tribe they come from, and that is what she is exemplifying.
Kindness of the donors meets expectations of the recipients, who are smiling home with the items as they express gratitude.
This is highly commendable. This is magnanimous from the first family. We pray to Allah to consolidate this affair. We pray to Allah to bless them for this. And we pray, as we can see, it is going down to the actual beneficiaries. May Allah reward them. I'm highly impressed. It was orderly and things are going on as expected.
Well, it's a great effort. It's a thing that the people need. And the people need at the right time. Because this Ramadan, people are in worship, and indeed, once you give out anything out, if I are going to get much reward. So I think the gift comes at the right time, and our women appreciate, and everybody appreciate this effort. We thank her so much. May God continue to bless the effort and guide them.
The coordination of the managers and security personnel provided a safe atmosphere for the orderly distribution of the items. Hawagimba, NTA News.
And now, Islamic principles of marriage and family is one that provides total guidance for living and worship that pleases Allah. Islamic scholars on NTA Ramadan flagship program, Sahur Life, reminds adherents of the religion to uphold beliefs and practice. Abdullah Ajia has more from today's episode that included other enriching segments.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As the daily program returns with a new and fresh episode, the intent remains noble, providing spiritual and moral guidance in matters of faith and conduct. Scholars, through the different segments, provided knowledge on Ikhlas in difficult times, with the women looking at the issue of modesty.
And Ikhlas, sincerity. Or what you're supposed to look at Ikhlas with is a certain connectivity between a person who is observing an act with Allah. It's a connectivity.
The scholars under the topic marriage in Islam x-rayed issues and with Quranic guidance on what should be done between husbands and wives as well as the family.
There should be discussion among the head of the family and the wives, and at times even including the children. You need to curtail it as a husband. You need to caution it. Don't allow them to drag you. You should be a man, not a man only in trousers, but a real man that has principles.
If we can understand the principle of those two verses in a family, we'll discover that we make it simple, we make it responsive. At the end of the day, things will be all right.
Allah is talking to somebody there, and if you are listening, you better hear. May Allah make it easy for us.
The program featured the usual children's corner, interpretations of the Quran, tech, Din and Dunya, as well as the popular quiz segment, which provides rewards for good knowledge and mastery of the religion from callers. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And now let's see what's happening in the world of business.
Central Bank of Nigeria holds $3.5 billion in gold, according to the governor of the ATS Bank, Olayemi Kadoso. Welcome to Business News This Week. I'm Hakimat Aliu Ibrahim. The CBN's total gold holdings have grown to $3.5 billion, marking a significant step in its reserve diversification strategy. The governor of the Apex Bank, Olayemi Cardoso, stated this while speaking at a workshop on strategies to maximize the economic benefits of minerals in Nigeria. Cardoso confirmed that the bank has taken delivery of responsibly sourced gold refined to London Bullion Market Association goods delivery standard into its foreign reserves. The gold sourced in Nigeria was aggregated by the Solid Minerals Development Fund through the National Gold Purchase Program. The program involves local miners and operates within a responsible sourcing framework aligned with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. And looking at other stories, about 2,553,132.90 kilograms of illicit drugs were confiscated at Nigerian seaports between 2021 and 2025. Data from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has shown findings indicate that these illicit drugs were valued at over 3 trillion naira, according to the latest NDLEA statistics. The seizures, which were recorded across major seaports and marine commands nationwide, highlight both the scale of drug trafficking through Nigeria's maritime gateways and the intensity of enforcement operations over 5 years. And now to our locally sourced report. Have you noticed that when you do a banking transaction using the USSD code, whether it's successful or failed, your bank still deducts 6 naira from your airtime recharge? So are you supposed to pay for transactions that don't even go through? Let's hear what FCT residents have to say about this.
It's a very bad experience, and I may say that the CBN should do something about it, because if today you have a certain amount that you want to send to transfer to someone and they deducted that 6 naira, maybe it's a round figure that you want to transfer, it may affect the whole transaction.
When I realized that you have to have an airtime before you do it, and every time you do, whether the transaction is failed or successful, they will charge you. It was terrible. So I felt really cheated. I had to start downloading app, which actually most times is affected by network. And the reason why they brought USSD is to actually do transaction without using mobile data.
And that's it on Business News. The news continues shortly. Stay tuned.
And that concludes the abridged version of the news at 1 on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Join us again at 7 for more news updates. I am Rabiat Shaib.